Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to J Tech Studios. Today, I would like to actually go ahead and put on the video real quick, if we could, of Graham Dinkelman. Excuse me. Graham Dinkelman, aka Dingo, was a 44-year-old man who dedicated his life to the conservation of the animal kingdom. Dingo was known as the Steve Irwin of South Africa. His YouTube videos were famous for his love of all animals, especially animals of Africa and South Africa. On September 30th, 2024, Dingo was bitten by a green mamba, which is considered one of the most dangerous and venomous snakes in the world. Dingo remained in ICU for over 3 weeks with anaphylactic shock while in a medical induced coma. And then on October 26, 2024, Dingo did pass away from the green mamba bite.
Yes, it's been a very, very sad week on this. Dingo survived a black mamba bite, not very long ago, and due to the the black mamba bite, he developed an allergy to the mamba venom, and that's what caused him to go into the anaphylactic shock. It's very, very sad. I mean, this guy had one of the biggest YouTube channels blow up. I mean, he just blew up quick. Matter of like few weeks, he gotten like 3 million followers. I mean, it is
Wow.
like the fastest growing YouTube channel out there. And it's just really a sad day for the reptile community.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Now, Dingo worked with kids and adults alike. Dingo made videos to help create understanding and awareness and knowledge of these amazing creatures. Dingo's death had a huge impact on his community of supporters, on his friends, and of course, more than anything, his family that he leaves behind. Graham Dinkelman, which is his actual name, is survived by his wife, Christy, and his 3 children, Taylor, 14 years old, Maddie, 12 years old, and Rex, who was 9 years old. And I'd like to read a quote from his wife, Christy. She said, "While Dingo was renowned for his involvement with snakes and reptiles, his compassion extended to all creatures. There was a special place in his heart for African mammals, his favorite being elephants, rhinos, lions, as well as our own giraffe, Elliot. But it was truly his love for his family that was always behind his purpose, drive, and passion."
His 9-year-old son Rex, from what I hear, he was real into doing the conservation and handling the animals, and that he was well on his way to being the next next Steve
Dingo.
Irwin.
Or the Dingo, the Dingo
next,
Junior.
Yes, the next. Yes.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It's
Well, guys, Dingo's work will remain an inspiration to humankind and a benefit to the numerous animals that Dingo has helped over the years. He loved nature, and he's inspired many people through his efforts. Dingo is the owner of Dingo's Farm and Reptile Park in South Africa. And I would like to say, this is not my wheelhouse, okay? John, who I do this podcast with, is a huge reptile lover. And I will go as far to also admit that I am afraid of snakes. I've held a handful of snakes in my life, a handful, literally probably 5. Very timid. If I were to approach. If I were to go out with Dingo, I was telling him earlier before we're about to do this video, and we're outside, and I was like, you see that handicap parking sign? And I was probably 15 feet away. I was like, I couldn't even be this close to that particular snake, because I would legitimately my heart would start fluttering. But being around John, and John brings his lizards and his snakes and stuff up to work sometimes, and just, so I'm comparing what John's done for me to help tame my fear and my understanding and my awareness of these special kind of creatures, because a lot of people are afraid of snakes. And then, you want to amplify that times a million, probably, to the work that Dingo has done to create awareness to these type of creatures. And I think it's very important. It's healthy to have a fear of snakes, especially if you don't know if it's a venomous snake or if it's a good snake. You want to be aware of what you're dealing with. But I've always given them a wide berth if I've seen them on the ground. But just to say my point, John's effort in helping me be less fearful and helping me understand these creatures has given me a great respect for these type of animals, or reptiles. And so the same effect that Dingo has had on other people. Now, I do have a quote here from Dingo. I'd like to take roughly a 10-minute moment of silence before I read it.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, moment of silence. Did I say hours or?
No, you said minutes.
Minutes, 10-second moment of
there
silence.
You can see the black in his mouth. That's why they call it the black mamba. Is the inside of his mouth is pitch black.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So let's take this 10-second moment of silence. I want to read a quote from Dingo, and we're going to wrap this up. I mean, just watching, and thank you guys if y'all are still with us through that moment of silence. I think it's very important to show respect for what this man has accomplished, for the animals that that he's helped save through his efforts and the awareness he's brought to humans. Dingo said, "My passion, my calling, the reason I have been put on the face of this earth is to help people to connect with animals. I've always believed that we need to convert the unconverted, to reach people who've had absolutely no experience with nature and wildlife, who are scared of snakes and afraid of getting dirty, and to get them passionate about conservation." And that's his quote. It's something he firmly believed in. And you got to understand that I truly believe in my heart that this man had a heart of gold. Anybody that's willing to put the time and effort that he did into, protecting animals, especially animals that most would find a little bit cringy or fearful of, is got to have a heart of gold and a man worthy of great respect. It was known also, it's worth mentioning that anybody who met Dingo, guys, was immediately captivated by his larger-than-life personality. Dingo was a fearless conservationist. He had an infectious passion that made others naturally want to be around him. His enthusiasm was matched only by his remarkable sense of humor, which all who knew him would say that every day with Dingo was a day to treasure. And I truly believe that in my heart. As we all three were talking earlier, I would have loved to gone with this man on a mission. I would not have gotten as close as him, but I would love to see him at work.
I want to pet his giraffe Elliot.
His what? His giraffe. Yeah, they've got a pet giraffe. Imagine that. In my mind, it's like one of the closest things to a dinosaur. I know alligators are close and stuff, but a giraffe is like the only creature we've got with a neck that's like a dinosaur neck, long and
Have
extended.
you seen their tongues?
Yeah, I have, because I was feeding one at a zoo once, and he slapped me in the face with his tongue, and he got me.
That's what they do.
And I was like, "That's sweet." I thought he was giving me. I thought he liked me, man. I kept going back to him. Yeah, just to bring a little levity to this situation. But again, this isn't John's wheelhouse, so I'm gonna let him have the final word. But I just want to say one last thing, Dingo. I don't know you widely. John does. But he has said a lot of really good things about you and to Dingo's family, friends, and supporters. And we're definitely going to be watching and reacting to your videos now, man. Much love to you. Rest in peace. You're a soldier out there fighting for the rights of animals and to help keep them safe and bring awareness. And I got much love and respect for you for that, John.
Well, I really don't have too much to say on that, except for, you will be truly missed, Dingo.
Yeah.
With that, we'll just close it up.
Yep. This is J-Tech Studios, guys. If you like our content, then please help us out by ringing the bell, liking, subscribing to our channel. Much love, much respect to Dingo. You will be missed. We love you guys, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.